You wake up in Kim Jong Un's body. You can speak and understand Korean. Without getting assassinated by your commanders, how do you transition North Korea and its people from an Orwellian state of despair to a prosperous nation so you can then ride your fame to launch your career in music? Kim, is that you? This must be a direct translation of send help, except the sentence now says, unknown subject, sends help to, unknown object. Question mark. Now it's can you ask for help? To, unknown object. Are you trying to correct your supreme leader? I didn't know Google Translate optimized for the North Korean dialect. Uyo Chikabor, are you dead yet? He's fine, I just placed him in a nice spacious apartment. He personally apologized and will get back to your response in about 6 to 8 months. I don't think 84 by 28 by 23 inches counts as spacious. And I don't think most apartments are 72 inches underground. The real question is, if I'm in Kim Jong's body, is he in my body? Holy shit. It's like that Disney movie, but with nukes and famine. I'd like to imagine your name scenario. How about your name, but it's Kim and Psy who swap? Kim finally gets his dream of being a singer, whilst Psy has to pretend to be a dictator so as not to arouse suspicion amongst the NK leaders. They bond through this, and together, they work to stop World War III. And that'll be the plot for the Hollywood adaptation of Your Name. Your nuke. Open up the state to outside business, allowing for 51% control of any franchising by my inner circle. Use the profit motive to reward my cabinet, and make everyone richer by creating a faux democratic state like China. I would also allow the NBA to have regular season games in Pyongyang. Found Rodman. Visit the border and run across it. Get my own South Korean reality TV show where I live in a penthouse in Gangnam. They'd never let you just leave. You're our supreme leader. Bitch, I'm the supreme leader, teach me to fly a goddamn airplane. Sometime later, thanks guys, I'm just gonna go on a solo flight. BRB. Unfortunately, the power vacuum you left behind will result in continued oppression of the people of NK. This ultimately hinders your creative juices and your chord progression suffer so greatly that your chance at the top 100 lists are obliterated by fire and fury. Good point. Allow me to revise my plan. Bitch, I'm the supreme leader, teach me to fly a goddamn airplane. Sometime later writes a bunch of songs sometime later, thanks guys, I'm just gonna go on a solo flight. BRB. Sorry you waited too long and intelligence got out. One of Korea's many enemies assassinated you by shooting your plane down, bitch. Good point. Allow me to revise my plan. Bitch, I'm the supreme leader, teach me to fly a goddamn airplane. Sometime later writes down just a handful of songs sometime later, thanks guys, I'm just gonna go on a solo flight. BRB. Well, that sounds like a great plan. I knew I'd get it right eventually if I just kept reloading from my last save point. Glad I believed in you, Subaru-kun. No offense, but I'm famous enough to drop albums without changing anything in the state. Probably cut a deal whereby NK disarms, receives formal protection from China, in return for tech contracts and technology for mining the vast fortune of rare earth minerals they are sitting on. You forgot the part where you have to avoid assassination by your commanders. I pretend I am launching a missile at South Korea, but it's a dud. Instead, it lands in South Korea without exploding and has a note attached to it that reads, I'm sorry. I've been held captive by my generals since my father died. I surrender. Come save me. I just want to dance. Obviously, after that, I'm given an interview on a small-time channel like E, and when the cameras are rolling, I begin to sing. I tell them it's just something I do when I'm nervous. But the truth is I'm auditioning. Auditioning for anyone out there that is listening and can make me a star. Katy Perry reaches out, asking me to be in her next project of contrived bullshit. She does so to appear tolerant and to virtue signal to her followers, but I accept because I know it'll steal the show. After that, I twerk with Nicki Minaj on MTV, give a blowjob to the gayest Backstreet Boy, leak the sex tape, and then I Kardashian my way to fame. It's a perfect plan. Why aren't you the leader of NK yet? As it turns out, that's the only flaw in the whole plan. North Korea is already a prosperous nation. Don't listen to imperialist news. They're envious of the successes of Juche so they can keep their people in dark slavery of capitalism and exploitation. Everyone in North Korea is perfectly happy. I don't know why you're attacking Kim Jong Un. He is one of the best leaders these days. The concentration camps are made up by the so-called defectors, so they get hired by capitalist propagandists to attack their glorious nation they betrayed. Launch a music career? Mate, this is Kim Jong. He tells the people he can sing and is triple platinum in every city in NK, has sold 70 million records worldwide, and whenever asked by the loyal fans to perform live, his advisors just tell everyone that his supreme voice is so heavenly that the human brain wouldn't be able to process it. He doesn't need to launch anything, they have no choice but to buy the 90-minute blank CD deluxe edition. Launch a music career? Mate, this is Kim Jong. Kim Jong Un is a Korean name, the family name is Kim. His given name is Jong Un. A reverse surname. Stage a successful coup, kill the leader of the coup, then get cosmetic surgery to look like the person who lead the coup. Refuse leadership of the country and place someone else in power. Now you are the liberator of North Korea. This is how you get killed by your own commanders and your coup commanders. Plus the plastic surgery fails and you have a permanent boner. You mean I got a free permanent boner with my plastic surgery? Honestly, become a nuclear power with ICBM capabilities as quickly and secretly as possible. Announce our capabilities to the world. I value my head too much to lose it or end up like Gaddafi. Allow tightly controlled capitalism. Once I have enough ICBMs, transition industry to manufacturing and other industries. As well as seek missiles on the black market to other rogue nations. Free the political prisoners. Take any able-bodied unemployed individuals, not starving to death, and create an infrastructure improvement force. Similar to the New Deal programs. Pay them, and encourage them to buy NK goods. Encourage the generals and other leaders to become oligarchs. Try to convince them that with money, what if power not only in NK, but around the world. And then it becomes a 50-50 chance. If I go too fast, the people or the generals will demand my head. I can't reform too fast or too slow. Too fast, and it's a coup. Too slow, and it's a revolution. Eventually, it announced that I and my family are the royal family of NK. That we are untouchable and that as descended from God himself, we can only guide the country on its path. So, it'd create a constitutional monarchy with the generals controlling all business. And political parties in the hands of the elite. But hopefully the people would be free to criticize. Anything more would be a death sentence. Sounds reasonable. What musical instrument are you secretly practicing in your recording studio? I play the piano, so piano. Good choice, Piano Def can make the top 100 lists. According to the Wikipedia article on the economy of North Korea, the country has substantial mining potential but underdeveloped power production and low agricultural yields, so I would try to create partnerships with Chinese and Korean businesses to develop domestic coal power, hydropower, and metals production for export, then import food at market rates. Reduce military spending and instead try to leverage the investment from China to get them to protect the country from us and South Korean influence. Instead of central planning, use profit sharing with workers on all investment projects to maintain the idea of a socialist economy. Dilute the power of party cadres and military by making the general population wealthier. Just make sure to leave some time to learn how to play the electric guitar. Is this a time-sensitive question? Well, the longer it takes, the longer you have to commit to convincing everyone around you that are indeed Kim Jong Un. You can't just start acting all nice around everyone or you'll probably be taken out under the assumption that you've gone ducking bonkers. But to feasibly change an entire country and produce platinum albums will probably take years. Why would I want to change? I am Kim Jong Un, glorious leader of best Korea. You sound like you need to be sent to a concentration camp along with your family a vacation. Why not visit best Korea? We'll treat you nicely. The Earth King has invited you to Lake Laogai. I am honored to accept his invitation. Writing prompts is leaking. Secretly hoping this is Kim Jong Un's alt and he's just turned a corner at therapy or something. Sorry, I'm just another American dog. That's exactly what Kim Jong Un would say to hide his identity. I'd stage a major press conference and announce that my grandfather had come to me in a dream and said he was ashamed at the condition of the country. It'd add that he said the way out was reunification with South Korea so that all Koreans could stand under the same flag and work toward the same dreams. And then he'd get on the phone with Seoul and make it happen.